Welcome back, Fear Fiends, to the Chillergeist League tables. Today, we've got a chilling duel for you in the slasher division, a battle of hidden identities and past sins. But first, let's analyze the storied careers of our two enigmatic contenders. In the blood-red corner, we have the unsettling, the psychologically complex, Norman Bates, terrorizing guests and audiences since the seminal 60s. Boris, what do you make of his unique, internalized method of operation?
Subject Bates' operational methodology is characterized by a high psychogenic dissociation factor, Dr. His consistency rating is remarkably high within his specific, geographically limited kill zone, demonstrating a profound dedication to maintaining a highly dysfunctional, familial structure. His longevity is a testament to the psychological depth of his menace.
Exactly. A mind splintered into terror. And then, in the corpse blue corner, we have the relentless, vengeance-driven fisherman, Ben Willis.
Subject Willis, emerging from the late 90s, displays a high retribution motivation factor and a consistent environmental weaponization metric. His future prospects are statistically influenced by the secret retention capabilities of his targets, Dr. Subject.
Precisely. So, we have the fractured psyche versus the vengeful phantom, the hidden monster in plain sight versus the hook-wielding specter of the past. Who truly dominates? After this brief look at their careers, we'll dive deep into the numbers that define their terror. Stay tuned for the tale of the tape. Alright, Fear Fiends, let's get into the chilling details. Boris, give us the grim tally of confirmed kills for our contenders.
Bates registers a relatively modest confirmed kill count, approximately 9 across his primary cinematic appearances. Subject Willis, conversely, has a confirmed kill count of approximately 10 across his documented operations. While numerically close, Subject Willis shows a slightly higher efficiency per film appearance.
A more intimate scale of terror, certainly. These aren't your typical high body count slashers, which makes their kills all the more impactful. Now, let's talk about their signature methods, weapon selection and execution.
Subject Bates primarily utilizes a fixed-blade implement, demonstrating low weapon versatility, but high close-quarters combat proficiency in a confined setting. His cleanliness of termination is moderately high. Subject Willis primarily employs a large, multi-purpose fishing hook, demonstrating minimal weapon versatility, but high impale and drag efficiency. His cleanliness of termination score is notably low due to the nature of his implement and method.
Fascinating. Bates's knife is an extension of his hidden rage, often precise and swift. Willis's hook is blunt, brutal, and designed for maximum agony. I find the purposeful, almost intimate nature of Bates's kills to be quite chilling. Now, Doctor, let's delve into the art of the approach. Stalking prowess. Does one prefer the silent, unseen hunt, or the menacing, relentless pursuit?
Subject Bates's stalking efficiency score is high due to his ability to blend into his environment and utilize his victim's trust, achieving a high proximity acquisition rate before initiating attack. Subject Willis displays a high relentless pursuit factor, covering significant geographical distances. His stalking proficiency relies on overt intimidation and the psychological burden of his victim's past actions, resulting in a different kind of INES capability index.
The exquisite tension of the pursuit. Bates's stalking is psychological, a slow burn of dread as he draws his victims into his web. Willis, however, is a force of nature, an inevitable doom that relentlessly closes in. Both terrifying but through different means. Next, the psychological play. Do they toy with their victims before the final act?
Subject Bates's pre-termination psychological distress induction is a byproduct of his manipulative persona, relying on subtle gaslighting and disorientation within his controlled environment. Subject Willis exhibits minimal psychological play, focusing on the direct, physical manifestation of retribution, achieving a low verbal taunt index, but a high visual intimidation factor through his iconic appearance.
The symphony of terror. Bates is a master of mental anguish, a puppet master of perception. Willis's psychological impact is more direct, the fear of being hunted for a past transgression. It's the terror of consequence versus the terror of a fractured mind. Finally, let's talk about their territory dominance. Do they command their environment, making it an extension of their terror?
Subject Bates exhibits a 90% environmental control factor within his designated operational zone, namely the Bates Motel and adjacent property, creating a claustrophobic danger zone. Subject Willis demonstrates a high geographical mobility factor, extending his territorial influence across broader coastal and urban areas, transforming any location associated with his targets into a potential kill zone. His adaptability to diverse environments is noteworthy.
A truly great predator makes the very air shiver with their presence. Bates is inextricably linked to his motel, making it a suffocating trap. Willis, however, isn't confined to a single location. His terror spreads wherever his victims flee. He brings his territory with him, a truly inescapable threat. Boris, based on your cold, hard numbers, and my appreciation for the artistic terror, who hooks a victory in this battle of secrets?
Based on the comprehensive quantitative analysis, particularly total confirmed kills and geographical mobility factor, Subject Willis demonstrates a statistically broader and slightly more efficient operational reach. While Subject Bates excels in psychological complexity, within a confined environment, Subject Willis's relentless pursuit across varied locales, driven by a clear motivational imperative, gives him a higher overall threat projection. Therefore, by numerical assessment, Subject Willis is the projected victor.
And there you have it, Fear Fiends. While Norman Bates represents a deep, psychological horror, it seems Ben Willis's relentless pursuit and broader operational scope clinch the victory in this final slasher division head-to-head. Join us next time as we reveal the full expert top 10 for slasher villains on Chillergeist.